In a big white house on a manicured lawn lived a sleepy old fella they call Rip VanTrumple. He'd sit in big meetings with the world's most powerful men, but his eyes would get heavy and he'd be gone again. A rumble would start, a low steady snore, while his generals and experts just stared at the floor. He was saving his energy for what he loved most, not serving the country, just counting the gross. His aides in the hallway, they'd whisper and fret, should we wake him for this one? Is it that serious yet? They'd weigh all the options, the pros and the cons, 'cause a cranky awake Trumple was worse than a sleeping one's yawns. So they'd tiptoe on out, leave the great man to his rest. Figured a snoozing commander was probably for the best. Let the world spin without him just for a bit, less damage that way. They'd have to admit, oh, he's Rip VanTrumple, the king of the nap. Caught between a golf course and a slumberin trap. He'll sleep through the warnings, he'll sleep through the storm, then wake up and tweet just to keep the bed warm. Now big fancy summit, they flew him to France. He sat at the table, gave the leaders a glance. They talked about treaties and keeping the peace, but Trumple just dreamed of a ratings increase. He woke with a start, with a scowl on his face, insulted an ally all over the place. Then he yawned a great yawn, said my work here is done, and was snoozing again for the next morning sun. Oh, he's Rip VanTrumple, the king of the nap. Caught between a golf course and a slumberin trap. He'll sleep through the warnings, he'll sleep through the storm, then wake up and tweet just to keep the bed warm. With a rally in mind, yelling about walls and the deals he would find. He'd sign a big paper with a flourish and flair, then his eyelids would droop and he'd be lost in the air. He'd talk in his sleep, a low grumbling sound. The news is all fake, where's my golden crown? Wake up, Sleepy Joe. He was fighting his battles deep in his dreams, while the real world was coming apart at the seams. For 8 long years the country lost its way, while the puppeteers worked as their puppet just lay. They pulled on his strings when he opened his eyes, fed him his lines and festering lies. Then one day he woke up, the 8 years were gone, and stood on the rubble. He'd been sleeping on. His toupee had grown longer, his hands smaller yet, and for the chaos before him he didn't even fret. Oh, he's Rip VanTrumple, the king of the nap. Caught between a golf course and a slumberin trap. He'll sleep through the warnings, he'll sleep through the storm, then wake up and tweet just to keep it warm. Yeah, the country was bleeding while he was away, and the folks pulling strings just let him sleep and play. He's a legend of slumber, a story they'll tell about the man who just slept and snored loud as hell.